women I say, my money is my money. His money is our money. Yeah? So we are talking to you right now. So
waiting for sunshine. Waiting for sunshine. Ooh, waiting for sunshine.
Artlist.io.
Waiting for sunshine.
guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Adedoyin. Thank you for tuning in. If it's your first time here, thank you. And if you are a subscriber, I love you guys so much. And on this channel, we talk about marriage, motherhood, lifestyle, God, and everything in between. So if you know you like this kind of content, please don't forget to subscribe and join this beautiful, should like the community. Yeah. So today, I'm not the only one here. I'm here with my beautiful sister. I know that in this video, everybody will be hearing Busayo. So I brought Busayo for you guys.
Oh.
So Busayo, introduce yourself.
Oh yeah, hi guys, how you all doing out there? Yeah, my name is Busayo.
So this is Busayo. She have said Busayo is my sister here. You know, I've talked about Busayo a lot in my channel. So if you don't watch all my videos, just please go and watch them so you can understand why Busayo is Busayo. So
What do you mean Busayo? Do you think I'll change? What do you mean by that?
Busayo is Busayo. Busayo has always been Busayo.
Nice,
And
now you're talking.
She has always been Boo. See, Ayo, everybody around her. I don't know if you understand. If you know Yoruba, please ask someone to interpret for you. So today, we'll be talking about how relocation affects marriages. You know, relocation can affect marriages in both negative and positive ways. So,
right.
Thank God, I don't know if there's any positive. We don't have negative. I don't think, by God's grace, we don't have negative way. But at least there's also some area like it affects a little in the negative way, and there's a way we sorted it out. You know, there's no marriage that's perfect. We all know that. So we just want to talk about that. So please, if you are hearing any noise from the children, we have children playing there, and please just ignore the noise and just focus on us and focus on our topic. So moving to the whole marriage, the location, how it affects the marriages and all. Please, can you just tell us, so far so good, how has life been in Canada? Like, how's life been to you?
Okay, yeah, for me, being in Canada is a very good thing. I've experienced a lot of good things since I got to Canada. However, to be sincere, in as much as Canada is a very good place to be, good for the kids, good for the marriage, I still miss home. Yeah, I miss home. We eat a lot of junk food here. Yeah, though we have African store. Well, you know, African store comes with your dollars. Extra dollars. So you have to pay, buy a whole lot and spend a whole lot for African store. But back in Nigeria, you do that. I live very close to my truck. Come on. So I can always walk into my truck and get things cheaper. But it's not like that here, so I mix that about Nigeria.
You know that this place, everything is just stores. There's no market, like on
no,
your street,
no market,
buying bread and all on the
Oh
street.
my goodness. I miss that. I can get bread.
But really, me, I didn't miss Nigeria like that. Maybe because I'm still new. I'm not even up to 1 year yet. So I'm still trying to, maybe once I get into the
Maybe I'm
system,
the only Omoko here.
maybe when I get into the system, it will be easy for me to know those things. Well, I miss food. That's the thing I miss about Nigeria. But I still have people in Nigeria, so I miss my people. You know, I miss everybody in Nigeria. So, Busayo, you know, personally, me and Busayo, we talk about things that affect marriage in Canada a lot. We talk about the way relocations affect marriages. That's why I feel like we don't just bring Busayo here. Let's just talk to people about it, you know. And the reason why I brought Busayo here is that Busayo have experience more than me.
Are you serious?
You have spent in marriage, yeah, 1 year. Yeah, 1 year or 2 years. 1 year. Got married in 2017.
No, 2016.
So I got married in 2018. So you have more experience than
serious,
me.
now by
And
experience.
again, coming to Canada, you spent almost 3 years in Canada, and me, I'm just like less than 1 year. So I feel,
man.
yeah. But I feel you have more experience. There's a way, you know, you've seen a lot, and there's both negative and positive, and there's a way you navigate around it. Even for you to be standing here, for your marriage to still be here, because I heard about a lot of people that moved back to Nigeria. I can't do this anymore. Let me just go back. Or the man is, I don't know how to put it. Maybe the man is using me or something, and I just want to go back home. I don't want to face this. I know, yes. There'll be always tests in your marriage. There'll always be tests in your marriage. It's normal. Even the Bible says it, that you'll be tempted, you know. But God will not give that temptation that you will not be able to overcome, you know. So I know that we have those stuffs. So I would love to start to talk about, okay, what are those things that you feel like, okay, let's talk about the positive first. Everything positive and negative, and even those positive things that you feel like, okay, this is what happened to my marriage, can be negative things to some other people. Because I remember some people, when back in Nigeria, maybe the husband works on the island. My husband works on the island, but that's not it. Maybe the husband works on the island and the woman is at home, and they didn't have time for each other. Like, they don't have time. They are not always in each other's space. I don't know if you understand what I mean by that. You know, Canada is just like you are here together. You are with your friend. You are with your husband. You don't have even to go and visit some friends.
Even traffic is a problem in Nigeria for marriage.
You know, but all these things is not here. And you know, once your husband goes to work, you know the time he's coming home, he's already at home. And you guys are always in everybody. You are always on each other's face. You know, so there's a way. You know, and you get to play. You might get tired. Maybe the husband might be tired. Maybe it's always this person that always goes out and all. So I just want to ask. So, because I know your husband is always working on the island and coming home late. So how I know that's a positive effect over you, right? So I want to know, how do you guys do it? Based on his work and
okay, are you referring to back in Nigeria or here in Canada?
Both, just
okay. So back in Nigeria, to be sincere with you, we actually communicate, but we don't have much time together. Why? Because of work. Because I work on the island as well. As at the point I was working, he works at the island. So we close late, and then coming back home, there's a lot of traffic. So when we get home, we are both tired. And as at the time I was not working, I was doing my own business and he was working. So he's always coming in very late, tired, and even sometimes I used to feel for them. So there is not much time for communication, and at the weekend we have other things to do. We both go our ways, and so that actually affected a whole lot of things back in Nigeria.
Even
not that we're not having issues, but the point is that you will know that the communication is not that. It's not that, because there is no time to do that. Even if you want to do that, you have the mind of doing that. There is not much time for you to do that. So for me, Canada is a blessing. So when we go to Canada, we're practically all together. We are together. So we're going nowhere. We talk. We don't have a choice than to talk to one another. We became each other's friend. We gist, we gossip. No.
Yeah, couples gossip.
Yeah, I know. So we just gossip. So that actually built a bond between us, and it's actually enhancing the marriage, bringing about love and trust and all that. And one thing I've realized about marriage, to be sincere, is that one thing we do, and I'm going to use every one of us, some of us would do, is to compare our marriages with other people's marriage. Trust me, it will not work. Because my journey is not your journey. Where you are going is not where I'm going. My husband is not from your husband's family.
Even if it's from family.
And me being a wife, I'm not from your wife, your background, and we are not twins. So why do you have to compare me or compare your husband to someone else? That will not work. That's one thing that used to affect marriage a lot. Because by the time I start comparing my husband with other people, it will not work. So I need to understand who my husband is.
Yeah.
And how he's wired. What he knows how to do, what he doesn't know how to do. I need to understand that. So for the fact your husband can cook edikaiko does not mean my husband can cook edikaiko. I need to put that, like, keep understanding as I need to understand that I need not to compare my husband with other people. So in Canada here, because I've understand my husband, when we go to Canada, one thing, we sat down and I said, oh, now we are here. How do we work? How do we navigate this?
That brings us to roles and responsibilities.
Yeah.
So
we have to, like, okay, so now we don't have anyone to help us. Back in Nigeria, we are together. We have families. My nephew or some people around that. If I'm doing this, my nephew or somebody else is doing that. But here, I only have my kids that are small. They cannot even do anything. So we have to sit down and ask ourselves, I cannot come and die. Let's talk about this.
You will not be dying.
What are we going to do? And we agreed on, oh, you do this, I do this. And trust me, it's actually working. And that's where communication comes in. Yeah. Women, men, do not keep quiet. Don't believe, oh, yeah, you should know that. My husband needs to know that he needs to assist me. Or my wife knows that I needed help. No, sit him down, sit her down. You guys converse, talk to one another. No, honey, this is what we have here. What do you think we can do? Communication. And then you will understand, you both will come together and it becomes a teamwork. So here in Canada, it's been a teamwork for me and my hubby, actually. It's been a teamwork. So do this, I do this, do that, I do that. That's what we've been doing. And it's really working. And Canada has actually helped build us. the way, I'm not saying back in Nigeria we don't love one another. We do love one another, but we have a lot of things distracting us. Either whatever we want to do, work, activities, go to church, aside from church, family, you know, all those kind of things. But here we are both one another. We are both each other's friend. Let me put it that way. So we talk, we do a whole lot of that. So it has really enhanced our marriage.
Yeah, and talking about the roles and responsibility, I remember back in Nigeria, I have sisters and I have a lady staying with me, and before my husband comes from office or anywhere, we are done with the whole house chores already. You know, my husband cannot be in the house, and my sister and my sister and the girl staying with me cannot be in the house, and I'm expecting my brother, my husband to sweep. You know, so even before he comes out to say, okay, let me help you or let me do this, people are already doing it for me. Even me myself, I don't think I did a lot when I was in Nigeria because I have people around me, you know. So by that time, we didn't have this. Okay, this is your work. Fine, Nigerian mentality, African mentality. The woman must be in the kitchen. The woman must be the one sweeping and all. You know, we have that mentality. But coming down here, so obvious. I have 2 kids, you know, 2 toddlers, and nobody to assist me. I don't have my sister here. I don't have an house help. I don't have anybody here, and we just have to come together and discuss about it. Fine, my husband cannot cook. He can cook. But cooking is not his thing. Let me just put it that way. So I won't expect my husband to be in the kitchen cooking. But he can do other things like sweeping the house, laying the bed, folding the clothes that we wash, you know, just kind of thing. And taking care of the children. Sometimes he takes care of the children, he bath them. When we're in Nigeria, my husband really wishing the diaper. But now that we are here, we just do those things effortlessly. And that is it, you know. So I used to say something to Musaya, like, if you know that you're that man that you cannot do all these things, you cannot help your wife, just stay in Nigeria, because
do not come to Canada, just stay there, and then I'll be doing the Nigeria culture.
Because it's not going to be easy on your wife here. Yeah, it's not going to be. We are talking based on the wife, and it's not going to be on your wife, because I can understand. Like me, I'm not working yet, but like besides working morning to night and going to work, you know, and still come back home to come and do the house chores alone. It's not going to be easy. So I just feel that first point, the responsibility, you guys should talk more about your roles and responsibility. There's nothing like roles and responsibility. Just do everything together. Let's work as a team. That is what marriage is all about. Nobody's a house help and nobody's a boss. You know, fine. The Bible says the husband is the head of the family and the wife is also what? We are the neck. So without the neck, the head cannot work. So we have to just come together as a team. So number 2, coming to the financial responsibility. You know, we women, I say, my money is my money. His money is our money. Yeah? So we are talking to you right now. So how does relocation affect that part of your marriage, the financial part?
Okay. So even back in Nigeria, we both have a separate account, but we have a point where we put money together. So, but here in Canada, there's nothing like is my money, is his money? No,
my money is
it's our money, because the way, you know, the way Nigeria works is different from the way things work here, and because we are new here, we are not like we are not born here. So we do not have a whole lot of way of navigating through financial aspect of things in Canada. So all we just have to do is put our resources together and make things work. Yeah. Now, so if you are coming to Canada, either a woman or a man, and you're feeling, oh, it's gonna be my money, it's gonna be our money, then you guys are not ready. You don't more like you don't want to settle here in Canada, and you don't want to like put eggs together to do some something worthwhile, either here in Canada or putting it down in Nigeria. So in here, you cannot do my money is Mrs. Money, is my money. You cannot do that. So all you just have to do is put resources together. Take for instance, we have paying daycare, we have buying grocery, we have paying for house rent, we have insurance. Oh my God, you have to pay for car insurance. You have to pay for parking slot in the house where you rented. No, you know, back in Nigeria, when you rent a house, you are entitled to park anywhere. But here, when you rent a house, you are meant to pay for your parking. Yeah. So when we have a lot of expenses, so that cannot be that cannot rest on just a person alone. A man alone. So that's why we need to come together as people and then help one another. So for us, we do a whole lot of sharing. So he can do this, I can buy the meats for either for 3 months in the house, put it in the freezer, buy clothes for the kids, he do paying of the house. So we have the way we share them, but everything is together. Because even if we want to run a project, even his own money is not even enough to do the project. So we have to come together to like
Yeah.
We have to come together to do the project, and that's the
true.
way it works here. So here we just, as marriages, and I'm using this medium to beg or beseech or employ every man and every woman out there that come together with your partner, make things happen. You cannot stay alone. You cannot just stay alone. It's stressful here being alone.
Yeah.
Back in Nigeria, when you are upset with your husband, you can, or you don't want your husband to do anything, or your wife to do some things for you, you can actually go to your friends, go to your families, call your nephew, call your younger brother. But here it's lonely.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want anyone to be at that point of where you have to be lonely because you don't want to partner either with your husband, or you don't want to partner with your wife.
You will die.
So that thing, this financial part, we need to come together. Now, I'm not saying that you people should put money together and then you need to be begging the other to get money. That's not what I'm saying. You can have even in Canada, see, forget about in Nigeria. Here in Canada, there's nothing like joint credit card. No, my credit card is my credit card, and I will be held liable for my credit card, and my husband will be held liable for his own credit card. Yeah. So here you need to have your own credit card, your credit base. Your husband needs to have his own. So I'm not saying join money together or be begging your husband for money or be begging your wife for money. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that you guys should do things together when there is a need in the family. Put eggs together. It makes it smoother.
And I want to say something that it's more easy for someone to be in Nigeria. Back in Nigeria, it's so easy for you to just be an housewife, not doing anything. You know?
Yeah.
Because the system there, people can make money in different ways.
Yeah, sure.
Nigeria. So it's so easy for you to be like, I'm a full housewife. I want to be shopping on gas with money. I just want to be. That's the way they used to say it. I don't know. Some people just I married right. The kind of feelings. Yeah, it's so easy to do that in Nigeria. I don't say it's not easy to do it here. Maybe when you guys have gotten to a stage, but coming here as an immigrant for the first
few years,
I feel even if you're not going to do an office job, just get a business to do. There's a lot of planning. There's a lot of we want to build a house, we want to buy a car, we want to do this, and this man can't do it alone. The payment of the house rent alone, the children daycare, everything. So some people say, government give people money, fine, but it's not everybody.
The money is not even enough to pay my own kids daycare.
It's not even for everybody, because once you have there's a way they calculate it. If you are more than those people eligible to it, it won't give it to you. So you need to plan. Even with the money government gives you need to plan with it. So you can't just do everything anyhow. Yeah, there's not like I'm the housewife. Even if you want to be an housewife, there are other jobs you can do as an housewife, as a stay-at-home mom to bring money home, even if the money is just for clothing for your children, it's something. So the two will not be on the gas naked,
Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.